Morning everyone, and welcome to 5 Minute Motivation. My name is Kevin Bungert, and I appreciate you joining me once again. Today I'd like to talk to you about the basic concept of our coaching program in our coaching company. And that is to be able to find what works for you. And we break it down into 3 areas that we concentrate on the most. The first one for our business people, or any type of business that you're in, is lead generation. The most important aspect of any business is getting more leads. More leads leads to more business leads to more profit. So lead generation is your first and foremost most important part of running your business. The second aspect of our coaching program works on finding what works, systems which work for running your business. In addition to lead generating, you need to find which systems help you run your business the best. And finally, the third aspect of our coaching program is finding what works for you away from work, in every aspect of your life away from work, whether it be your health and fitness, or your relationships, or your finances, or even your time for yourself, fun time for you. So those are 3 core concepts that I'd like to talk to you about today. And finding what works for you is extremely important, because what works for you is not the same thing that works for everybody else. And that's the real gist of it, that some systems that really work very well for someone else doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be very successful with them. And that's okay. That's not, it's not a rule written in stone that one good system has to work for everybody. Now, I used to own 2 offices for 10 years. And I learned this lesson very well when I decided to try to get all of my agents. I had 60 agents that worked for me. When I tried to get all of my agents to work by referral. You're all very familiar with Brian Buffini and his wonderful system working by referral. Well, I certainly got a hold of that, and I thought this is the best system out there, and I need all my people to be doing this. So I tried for many, many months, probably even a couple of years, to bring that system to everybody that worked for me. Now, that system's great, and it works wonderful for some people. I learned along the way that even some of my top producers were not able to work as much by referral as I had hoped that they would. It just, for whatever reason, that system didn't work for them. Maybe they didn't have a great personal sphere or database. Maybe they were uncomfortable building their database. But whatever it is, this is kind of when I learned that lesson. I may have not learned it while I was doing it, which I should have, but I learned it later on looking back, that you need to find whatever system works for you. And with regards to the first part of our coaching, which is lead generation, the good thing about trying to find what works for you is that there are so many systems out there. Now, I use a list of systems in my business that I work with all my clients, but basically it comes down to, I start with the big 3. Number 1 being working by referral, and all that entails stop-bys, thank you notes, gifts of items, all those wonderful things that are in Brian Buffini's system. And secondly, technology. Today, technology is probably one of the biggest ways to lead generate and drive your business, and there are so many opportunities opening up every single day with regards to technology. Yes, you have to have your own personal website, but most of you watching this also have your own personal blog. And what's coming down the road next is having your own personal social network for your business. Basically a small Facebook, if you will, for your own contacts and your own people that know you, your own database. That's next, and some people are already doing that. Certainly all the social networking sites that are out there already, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, putting everything out on there. So technology is a very, very fast-growing, fast-moving way to generate business. And the third in the big top 3 that I call them is personal marketing. Personal marketing covers so many different areas, so many different ways, and that's a wonderful way to generate business for yourself. Now those are the big 3, but that's certainly not the only way. You certainly have working for sale by owners, working expireds, actual in-person networking. You have sponsorships. There are so many ways to lead generate. And I'm talking today with regards to real estate because that's my background. But no matter what business you're in, lead generation is certainly the most important aspect of your business. First and most important job that you have. Lead generate, no question about it. So think about all the systems that are available to you, all the systems that you've heard about along the way, all the systems that your manager and your owner have tried to bring to you, and really look at them and find what works for you. Find what works for you with regards to your personality and your strengths. And that's the best way to increase your lead generation, to really find where you're comfortable and to take that system and really go after it. The second aspect of our coaching program looks at running your business, finding what works for you with regards to running your business. Now, again, too, I'll fall back on real estate because that's my background. You could certainly use a contact software program if that works for you to stay in touch with your customers and to maintain your business and manage your business. Some other people still need to, like me, I need to write everything down in my journal every day. So I need to have things at my fingertips that I can visually see. I need to see what's going on. I need to see my numbers. I need to have everything written down for me. Some people are very analytical, even a step further, and need to have it in graphs and charts, and they need to have their numbers broken down to percentages or whatever it may be. But most importantly, you need to think about what systems help run your business. However you need to run your business, that's what you need to go to. And this is kind of an easy one because there have probably been many times in your life that you've been very successful, where you've been hitting on all cylinders, you've been working hard, and you've been running things very smoothly. You need to look back on those times, and that's the type of systems you need to have in place. So whatever has worked for you in the past, when you were hitting it real well, those are the systems that you need to go back to, basically going back to the basics. And the third aspect of finding what works for you in our coaching system is finding what works for you away from work. Now, certainly driving more business and improving your business and getting more profit is certainly a great way to improve your life. But there are other ways, and with regards to losing weight, taking care of yourself health-wise, relationships, personal finances, personal free time, the things that you do that are fun for you and your family. It's real important to learn what works for you there also, because again, no one system works for everyone. I'll give you a quick example for myself. A couple of years ago, my wife and I, we wanted to lose some weight. I was probably about 30 pounds heavier than I am today. And I needed to drop that weight. And my wife at the same time also wanted to lose some weight. So she started the process, and she's very detailed and meticulous when it comes to her food intake. That's how Kimberly, my wife's name is Kimberly, that's how she loses weight. She also exercises, but she's very meticulous about her food intake, measuring it, weighing it, Weight Watchers point systems. When I started to, I couldn't do that. That to me was just, I could never ever sit down and take the time and effort to do that. I know I need to change my eating habits, but I had to find my own way to do it. And that was in changing it to moderation, trying to cut back on the fattier foods and trying to eat a low-fat diet. So I didn't starve myself, but I certainly changed my eating habits. And then in addition, I'm an avid runner. I love to run. So for me, I changed my eating habits somewhat, and then I also took my running up to another notch. I basically able to maintain my weight and lose weight by running. I run 6 miles a day. I've run, a lot of races. I've finished 4 marathons. So basically, how I try to stay in shape is I try to eat the best I can, and I run my butt off. So that works for Kevin. So for Kimberly, she does it a different way. And it's the same for you. You need to find in every area of your life what works for you, because it's different for everybody. And ultimately, if we're working on a coaching basis, I'm only concerned about you. I'm only concerned about trying to make your life better. So I hope you'll take these thoughts today and try to put them into your life. Remember to find what works for you specifically in all the areas that we talked about. Lead generation in your business, running your business, and try to find what works for you in all other areas of your life to try to improve the problem areas. All right? Thanks for joining me. My name's Kevin Bungert. This has been 5 Minute Motivation. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye now.